we started last session coming up from the underwater caves and coming back into town after just having cleared that dungeon. A lot of things happened in that dungeon. Got lots of items, and there were marrow that we killed. We left some of the adults alive. We killed some of the egg pods, but we also killed the sea hag that was draining life and power from people. And one of the items was a trident that both me and our cleric got cursed by and wanted, but that didn't really come up until later that we started kind of fighting over it. Immediately when we got back, we talked to Ron a little bit, gave him a report. We did not mention the elemental gem or the trident to him, but he did give us 200 gold pieces that we divided up. Then we went to Groknarg, and Rieta talked to him about him dealing with some racism. That was cool. And Tarvik bought some potion making supplies. And then we went to the tavern, and Tarvik told us about his encounter with fortune teller Fiona. And I wrote, and there was a little clue that we had from her. Fortune teller Fiona, I am. You are Tarvik Daywind. Your futures moving forward do not be pinned. The undying king's return, and your new family from the north. Nobody knows this yet. The eye, the hand, the ritual, the future is under threat. And found out Tarvik's looking for his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, does anyone else want to jump in or take over from there?
Yeah, Rieta, while we were in the tavern, Rieta like sort of hyped up that she wanted to come back that evening and like sort of tell the town people the story of what happened in the lake, which may annoy the townmaster because like Rieta also said something about that to him, and he was like, "No, that's disrespectful." So even more bad blood coming up between the party and the mayor, which is lovely. Just as we're maybe getting on his good side.
Yeah.
Kassandra told us a little bit about how the fact she has a bounty over her head.
Oh, it might be gone by now.
But that's down towards Waterdeep.
Yeah, it's far away, yeah.
And I think we ended with Tarvik being uncursed by the town cleric.
Yeah.
But Rolen is still cursed and very badly tied up in a room. But I don't think it's his room.
Yeah, I'm not in my room. I think I'm in Kassandra's room, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I am paralyzed for I don't know how long. It's either a minute or an hour, one of the two. But I'm paralyzed and tied up very poorly. Before that, though, before the whole trident thing, I just kind of want to go over some of the things that we did with the stuff we found. So I did detect magic on all of the loot from before. The trident is obviously enchanted. Fun. There also are glasses with broken lenses. I'm trying to remember. I think maybe you sent me notes on different things that I identified. Is that how we handled that?
Yeah, I want to say...
Or like in the journal? Or...
I can see the trident and the elemental gem. I got those. But glasses that were broken that had enchantment, a ring with blue and green swirls that had transmutation, a brass ring that had adjuration. I think maybe I just asked to detect magic. I don't know if I actually identified those three things, and I don't know if I told anyone what they were, if I even know.
So we figured out...
You easily could have... Oh.
I was just saying, you figured out the trident, you figured out the gem. I actually don't think we covered the glasses or the ring.
Okay, so those are three things that are sitting on the table that I pointed out were magical, but they're still on the kitchen table. They've not been distributed to anyone, and we don't know what they do yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And then, just some other things that popped up. I assume I told you all this. The larder had abjuration magic throughout the entire room, as well as conjuration magic. The book had conjuration magic. And I think that's all we kind of really got to before the whole fighting over the trident. But also, Rieta cast sending to Francesca, asking about Tarvik. Is Francesca and Fiona the same person? I don't know if they are. They may not be.
I think it's Francesca and Frankie. I don't think there's a Fiona. Let's get back to Shrek.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, what was? Did I
Fortune
mistype?
teller
Probably
says Fiona. At least that's what I have in my notes. The fortune teller.
It was
Fiona.
fortune teller Fiona, and then Francesca's nickname is Frankie.
Okay, so there is a Fiona. I'm sorry.
Not that you guys have encountered her, but Tarvik mentioned her name.
Yeah.
Okay, different people then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we probably didn't know that, and when we sent the message to Francesca, it was because we thought she was the same person, but now we know that.
Well, I think we knew that Francesca sent Tarvik up to, or Frankie sent Tarvik up to Parabor, and so I was asking her about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Tarvik mentioned that he spoke to this woman named Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
There's two old ladies.
Yes.
Gotcha. Never mind. Okay. And apparently I should have written my notes better, because apparently I did identify those 3 items. The glasses with the broken lenses are Eyes of Charming. The ring with the blue-green swirl is a Ring of Swimming. The brass wing is one that never tarnishes, and it doesn't have any magic other than the fact that it doesn't tarnish. So there are 2 valuable things, a Eyes of Charming and a Ring of Swimming, that are on the kitchen table right now. But that's when Tarvik went for the trident and Rolen ran. Pretty much what we said before. He's tied up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wrote he is tied up. He is not gagged, and he is definitely still under the influence of the trident. Is somewhere. And then I didn't write this down, but I know there was a little bit of talk of like the trident somewhere. I think in the house.
Yeah, Kassandra put it in the cellar, and she decided to guard it.
Gotcha. But okay, that was the end of my notes.
One other thing just to mention is that Rieta is bad at everyone.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Bad everyone. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yes. All magical items belong to Rieta, and she decides who they can get distributed to.
Yeah, it was something we wanted to talk to her about. Once we're all coherent again.
And the only ones who heard that were Tarvik and Rolen. Kassandra, you were fetching.
Okay,
Galana.
I was getting Galana.
Yeah.
Yep. So Kassandra doesn't know. Good to know.
All right. Anyone else adding? I know it's been a while since last session, so that was a good.
That's all I got.
Yeah, that's a good recap. You guys covered a lot. Okay then. Well, with that, we will go into today's session finally. Yay. So you guys are in the house. Rolen is tied up. You, Tarvik, are in the hallway. Rieta is in her room. And Kassandra, you are downstairs with Galana at the moment. Take it away.
I guess Kassandra will tell Galana, I understand you probably have responsibilities. I'll watch over the trident if you have to go take care of,
I would recommend not touching the item in question at all. I'm afraid of what it may do to anyone who
good point.
Gets near it. Yes. Well,
I'll try to make sure no one else touches it too.
Yes, please let me know if you need anything. And I hate to ask this, but
thanks for your help today, Galana.
Yes, there was quite a bit of a component to the magic that I used, and I hope that that favor will be repaid in the future. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, much would that cost you?
Oh, well, it was a bit of 100 gold, which is it's a little rare around
you there,
these
Olivia?
parts. Can you hear me? Maybe I have to adjust my settings. I'm doing Galana's voice, which is a little bit lighter and raspier.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I did.
Yeah, a little soft. Yeah. That's okay.
Let me adjust.
all
Okay,
right,
wait. Let me try Galana's voice, and then if you can hear me, let me know. Testing in Galana's voice.
Yep, we can hear you now.
Okay, great. Okay, so she, I don't know how much you caught of that, but she asked a favor be repaid in the future because of the spell component cost for the Greater Restoration that she did.
Okay, fair. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be there for you, Galana.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, please let me know if you need anything else. And she leaves.
Oh, did you? Okay. I guess Kassandra will just sit down on the floor, grab one of the wine bottles off the shelf, and just have a little bit of wine.
Are you actually in the larder? Or are you like at the top of the staircase with the locked door?
Wait, are you on the floor,
I'm in the
like
cellar.
in the larder?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Great. All right, you are in the cellar. All
I'll
right.
be at the bottom of the staircase in the
Okay.
cellar. Wherever the...
So outside of the larder, at the bottom of the stairs.
It's a
How long
minute.
is Rolen paralyzed for?
It's a
If he
minute.
knows. So he's gonna try to break free.
All right. Go ahead and make. Oh, where's my sheet? Let's see. How are you breaking free?
Yes.
No. How are you breaking free? Can you hear me still?
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you, Olivia.
Oh, dang. You can't hear me right now?
I heard
heard
go ahead
that.
and make, and then I didn't hear anything after that.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I think my Discord settings were changed. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay,
you
all right.
sound fine right now.
Hopefully, I keep on moving the sensitivity back, and hopefully that helps. Okay, so my question was, how are you trying to break free?
Okay, so I wrote down that Rolen is hog-tied, and that he rolled a 7 to hog-tie me. So, can I move my hands enough to cast a spell?
So, as soon as the spell fades, you try and wiggle around, and there is movement. Like, it appears tight. At least Tarvik thought it was tight, but when you try and wriggle around, you have enough movement, yes.
Okay. Well, then I would cast Mage Hand, just as a cantrip, and use that to hopefully untie me.
Okay, untying. So go ahead and just roll a dexterity check.
Okay.
Oh, guys, this is the first roll of the night.
That's a good sign, you guys.
That's a really good sign. Very easily, Mage Hand goes ahead and unties you. It's almost like it wasn't even tying you to begin with.
Nice. Cool.
What are you doing?
Then I'm going to ritually cast Detect Magic so I can find out where the trident is.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me right now.
So, check.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, so detect magic, you notice... Actually, you don't have many items on you right now, but at the moment, you don't see anything in your room.
Okay. Well, that took 10 minutes if anyone else wants to be doing anything in that time.
Yeah, there is something I do need to do because I did say I was going to do it. I'm gonna pull out a couple of pythons and a hammer and just hammer it in front of the door so to make it so the door can't open. I think we did say that the door opened the other way though, so I guess in this case I probably wouldn't be doing that then, right?
Yeah, the door swings inward to the room.
Yep. Then I'm gonna trust my own skills and I'll just walk downstairs and go back to potion making. So from wherever Kassandra is, occasionally you just hear like very small like burnings and like the sound of liquid being shook in a vial, and that's it.
Alright, so Kassandra downstairs.
Rieta is in her room. The door is locked, and she is reading Human?
Yes, you are. So, Rieta, as you progress into the story, again, in the beginning, it's setting it up. You're kind of like, well, blah, blah, blah. It's whatever. And then you start getting a little bit further into the story where he's actually convincing everyone that instead of being an ogre, he's actually just a very tall human being. And that's kind of where you get in the story. All right, so
Okay.
Kassandra, make a perception check for me as you're just sitting on guard. Okay. And Tarvik is doing potions. All right, so we'll say 10 minutes have passed. Rolen.
If I can't see it right away, I am going to sneak out of my room and head downstairs until I get a ping for where it is, and try to like sneakily go find this and avoid all people and be as sneaky as I can.
Describe how you're doing it.
Okay, so I'm going to very carefully open my door. I'm going to walk out to the hall. I'm going to assume my detect magic would ping it if it was up here, so I'm going to go straight to the stairs. I'm going to creep down the stairs, and then when I get into the foyer, I assume somewhere around there I'll get a ping, and I'm going to head towards the larder stair, and if I notice Kassandra before she notices me, I'll try to like hide from her.
Okay, go ahead and roll another stealth check for me as you are trying to accomplish all this. So as you are making your way down, you are trying to step as gingerly as possible down these stairs, and you feel like you're doing an awesome job. There are only ever so small squeaks here and there, but you think it's not very noticeable. Tarvik, as you are making your potions, however, just with your passive perception, you feel like something is wrong because you hear the squeak from the stairs, and then you don't really hear anything else, and you're suspicious. Something is off. Somebody is over there. Kassandra, you as well hear above you, not currently at your stairs, but above the stairs, you are hearing, again, that squeak and then a little bit of silence. And something's off. Something doesn't feel good for both of you. Rieta, you are leisurely enjoying your book. All right, so anyone...
Can you ping for me where the stairs are going down? Where in the house are the stairs going down to the larder? Are they in this like front
they're
room by
right
the
here.
parlor, or are they in the pantry?
Yeah. So it's kind of like there's a landing, and then going down is into the larder, and then going up is to the rooms. So you're like sneaking down and trying to get to the landing, and then it like turns and it goes down into the larder.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that made sense. So
yes,
Kassandra, Tarvik, are you doing anything as you hear that noise?
Yeah, if I hear something like that, knowing like what's going on, I'll like creep up over, look around this corner here in the foyer. At this point would I see like Rolen like trying to hide somewhere or something like that?
Rolen is kind of like trying his best to stay along the edge of the wall, trying to minimize his body size, and then just sneaking around, trying to peek over down into the stairs, down to the larder. And so he's not looking at you currently. He's just trying to peek over, trying not to be seen, just kind of like hugging his body against the wall. And Rolen, at the moment you do see Kassandra. And Kassandra, what are you doing? Are you looking up the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see Cassandra's eyes directly towards you.
I don't think you're looking for wine, are you, Roland?
Maybe.
Uh-huh. All right, I can grab you a bottle. And I take one of the bottles I have and bring it towards him. There you go.
Thank you. I'll go back upstairs unless she stops me.
I'll let him go upstairs.
I was about to say, you would have heard the sounds of Tarvik walking back over to the table he's working at, grabbing his axe, and then once he sees Roland going away, being like, all right, well, problem solved itself, and goes and sits back down.
I'm going to go upstairs to my room and close and lock the door if I have a key, and I'm going to take a short rest so I can get arcane recovery.
Alright, so this hour...
I'm taking a short rest.
In this hour, Tarvik, I assume you're continuing the potion making, and then Kassandra,
you're
keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Tarvik, you're going to say something?
I was just going to say, it takes me 8 hours to make the potion, I think.
Right.
So, I'm probably like halfway done at this point.
Yeah. And Rieta, you continue reading?
Yeah, I'm gonna read for an hour and take a short rest.
Okay. So, all of you can pretty much take a short rest, because you're not doing something extraneous. I would say probably Tarvik, you're the only one because you're intensely focusing on doing a task. You're crafting. But the others, you can. So,
it's fine.
Further progression into the story, Rieta. You're still at the stage of the story where he's convincing everyone that he's actually just a very tall human, and you read the ups and the downs, the successes and the failures of that story, but he's still kind of just kind of struggling to get everyone to believe it. But the people who do believe him, you read in the story, think he's a really great person. He's very competent, and he's very charismatic, and he is very kind. And you see the story start to turn a little bit, where at the very beginning, the ogre was very incompetent, very down on himself, and everybody hated him, to now being liked and being accepted by part of the society that he's in. And he's seeming to gain some clout.
This is a good book.
All right, so that hour passes.
Short rest is over. I'm going to cast Disguise Self. Make myself look like Rieta. Bad idea. And I'm going to go try again and walk down the stairs.
All right. So both of you now hear normal footsteps. Oh,
kind of just a point of order. I'm sorry. I think that I began resting before Roland did, because he cast that ritual. And my plan was that after an hour, Rita would cool off a bit and leave her room. So she is going to go downstairs.
That's true. You were
Okay,
up in your
if
room
Rita's
reading.
not in her room.
Make a perception check, Rolen, to see if you noticed Rita leaving her room and going down.
Well, if her door is open, then I would maybe do something to that, but I will make a perception check. See if I noticed her going down.
You notice her leaving.
When Rita...
I don't think you're being sneaky, are you?
No.
Okay.
You would hear at some point
Rita,
Rita's door opening and, footsteps. But go ahead, Rita.
Sorry, I'm talking over everyone. When I go downstairs, I'm gonna see that Tarvik is doing something, so I'm gonna go over and just ask him about it.
Okay. What specific do you just say how do you approach it? Making potions.
Well, that's pretty cool and useful. What kind of potions?
Oh, healing.
Rita nods.
He shakes it vigorously.
So how do you make healing potions? Is it just shaking? What are the ingredients?
Oh, well, it is urban bark and tin hat mushrooms and baklava.
Baklava.
Yeah, I'm honest. I'm making up ingredients. There's nothing in the DMG that's just
Yeah,
of
exactly,
course.
yeah.
If they run across some mushroom people,
Canon baklava.
Baklava. I'm trying to think. Baklava flowers.
Okay.
We'll call it that. Baklava flowers.
Baklava. Isn't baklava like a dessert?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
delicious.
a honey. It's
You
a
should have
honey
just
flaky
left it at
pastry.
baklava. That's part of the potion.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, that's why it takes 8 hours. You gotta bake the pastries.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, do you need any help with that?
Oh no, I've done this many times. And he watches the vial starts smoking, and he just leaves it go for a bit.
I'm gonna sort of look at him and look down at are you at a table or what?
Yeah, I think I'm at a table. I'm in the dining room, so I'm trying to I probably spread out across the dining room table with a couple different vials and
here.
different leaves and stuff that are being ground up.
Rita is just gonna take one of the other vials that has something in it and start shaking it the way that he was.
He would immediately stop and be like, "No, that's you wait for that." And, sets it back down on the table.
Rita,
I would like you both to roll dexterity just to see if Tarvik can manage to stop you before you start shaking it.
Oh, great. Okay.
I'm a chaos DM.
Ooh, yeah, we're not gonna. No.
So she gets a few rigorous shakes into the potion before you get a chance to stop her abruptly. I'll say this just for the fun of it. Something spews out from it from the agitation of the liquid, and Rita, you're covered with some type of. It wasn't purple before, but as it touches your skin, it becomes purple, and you take a point of acid damage, I'll say, before Tarvik stops you and then just sets it down.
I'm gonna yell in surprise, oh, what is this?
Well, at one point it was those baklava and the mushrooms.
Why would you make me do this to myself?
He looks around the room briefly.
You told me to do this.
I don't think I did.
Is it gonna stain?
I mean, look, it usually comes off in about 3 days or so.
3 days?
So
I'm getting for everyone tonight.
oh, shakes another vial vigorously. Just keep staring at you like, what do you want me to do? I've heard that some magic people can fix it, but I don't have it.
Like maybe Rolen. Like I mean, it's just like like I've seen him clean things before. Yeah, I'm gonna go get Roland's help.
Okay.
Thanks, Torvik.
Oh, by the way, he's still cursed. I wouldn't let him out
Cursed?
of the room.
What do you mean, like? I mean, Kassandra said something about that, but like, I thought you guys were just being dicks.
No, the trident was cursed. Yeah, that's why I was,
Okay.
Yeah. So Kassandra is guarding the trident now. I'm doing this. If Rolen comes back down, I gesture to my axe in the corner now. I'll make sure that he doesn't wake up for a little bit. That should help.
I just stare at Tarvik and blink for a couple of times, and then, I need to decide whether I think that's a joke or not.
Tarvik stares at you for a minute and then looks around for a second, and then starts grinding something together with a mashing thing.
Rieta, roll an insight check.
Okay, good.
What would you like me to roll? Honestly, I don't think I can beat that with certainly, I don't know. Yeah, I can't beat that with deception. I'll say that.
Were you making a joke, or were you being true?
So
that
will at this point,
it's like deception versus persuasion. So roll whatever you would like to roll. You can DM it if you'd like to keep it a mystery.
I mean, here's the thing. It's not a joke. So, and either way, it's a -1. I can't roll higher than that. So okay. I think you just understand that he is at the point that you've known him for a short while, but he seems very practical. So to go to this length means that he's reached this point. So
okay. Rieta is just gonna stare at him for a second and be like, okay, and then sort of slowly back away.
Harvick just keeps shaking a potion
before quickly backing away.
All right, Kassandra, during all of this, you kind of hear a little bit of commotion coming from the main level of the house, where you hear Rieta and Torvik's voice, and a little bit of a yelp from Rieta. Does that spark you to do anything? And then continue the conversation, just based on the previous interaction that they had.
I'm committed to guarding this thing. So
okay.
I'm gonna hope they got it handled.
Rolen, you hear voices downstairs, and just based on your familiarity with the group, you do hear it's at least Rieta and the new voice that you've come to recognize as Tarvik. And so you hear voices because they're not trying to be quiet or anything, they're just having normal conversation. You kind of hear that downstairs, so you know they're conversing. What are you doing during this time period that they were talking?
Well, I've not completed my short rest yet, correct?
That's true. Right. So this is all a little bit before Rieta. So you are still trying to take a rest.
If I am trying to just meditate, but also I'm listening and being aware of what's going on around me, listening to people and stuff. But yep.
So Tarvik is continuing, Kassandra's continuing. Rieta, what are you doing?
I am going upstairs to Roland's room. Actually, do I know that he's not in his own room?
Well, at this point, I am.
Oh, you are? Okay, great.
Yeah. Yeah. Just went back to Kassandra's room because now that feels familiar.
So I'm gonna go up there and knock on the door.
I'll let him in. Or let her
Hey, Roland, how you feeling?
I feel great, perfectly fine. How are you? What's on your face? Like, are you okay? Like, and I see
Yeah,
like
that's why I'm here. Like, Tarvik is like he's such a jerk. He just splashed acid on me. I don't know why.
It was on your
He
hand,
told me to
not
like
your
shake
face.
a vial. It was okay.
sorry, I mean,
He told me to like shake a vial to like help him make his potion, but it must have been like some sort of practical joke because it erupted and like burned me. And I'm worried that it's gonna stain. I was wondering if you could help me with it.
Can I insight this to
Yeah.
see whether or not I know Rita enough to know she's embellishing?
Yeah, you know her well enough.
Oh no.
Oh, I guess not.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know. I don't
I
know.
am-
Rita, go ahead and roll GM style. Whatever you're doing. Which we know is deception. But go ahead. You don't have to do a DM because we know what happened.
I think it's either deception or performance.
Make it deception.
Okay.
Maybe you get in that one. Nah. You totally believe her, Rolen.
I've forgiven Tarvik for everything else, but I am very disturbed that he hurt my friend right now. I don't like that at all.
And speaking of that, you shouldn't go downstairs.
Good to know. Okay.
If you go downstairs, he's gonna like bonk you with his axe until you're unconscious.
Okay. I'm going to try to cast like prestidigitation to see if I can like even like help at all clean this up. It may not work. It's supposed to clean a soiled object. I don't know if it'll heal damage. I doubt it will.
It doesn't heal damage, but
try.
You notice that the purple color has faded a little bit, though there is still a little bit of a purple mark.
And I'll like recommend to her, I think you have a little bit of makeup that might help with the rest of it, but unfortunately that's all my magic can do.
Well, thanks anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, where in the house is Tarvik?
Oh, he's downstairs in the dining room.
Okay. Good to know. I'm so sorry, but it didn't do more.
So what are you up to? Like, what are you doing up here? You need any help?
No, I'm just resting, and reading and meditating. Would you like to meditate with me?
I've never meditated before. What's it like?
Well, it's like you sit still and you clear your mind and you try to just become calm and in control of your emotions and can kind of help you process things. You let your thoughts kind of come in and come out as they will, and just it's you're welcome to sit and try with me if you like.
Okay. Yeah. Show me. Like, what do I do? What do I do?
And I'll just have her sit across from me and take whatever position I normally do when I meditate instead of sleep, and I will attempt to kind of show her what I do and complete my short rest, hopefully. And I don't know. I'm going to try if I can to make it like boring and hope that she falls asleep. Like, I don't even know if I have any control over that whatsoever, but my hope is that Rita is going to fall asleep in front of me.
Make a performance check for me to see how well you can make it boring.
Good or bad?
If you roll high, you're convincing enough that it's boring, but you're making it a little interesting with that roll.
So Rita is sort of just sitting there, the way that Roland told her to sit, and she's like, her eyes are like squinted, like really, really hard, and then like she opens one and like looks at Roland, and then closes again. It's just, Psst, Rolen. Rolen.
Yes.
I don't think it's working.
Just focus on your breath. You know, just focus on your breath. Just breathe in slowly and then out. And I'll try to do kind of like a guided meditation, just a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, you're guiding her for sure.
Does she sit there for it? Does she listen to it?
Rita, I don't know.
She's gonna sit. Rita will sit here and like do Roland's guided meditation.
At some point, do I finally accomplish my short rest?
Mm-hmm. We'll say a little time and you complete it.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll this.
By the way, all of you are starting to feel a little hungry, as it seems like it's approaching or has passed lunchtime.
Kassandra will yell up, "Hey, someone bring me food."
Tarvik, you hear Kassandra yell that. Rita and Rolen, you hear just a little bit of mumbling.
I was shown where the kitchen or the pantry was, correct? I think I was.
Oh yeah, and you ran through it before. Okay.
I will walk over, like probably like some grinding something in a poultice, and walk over to the stairs and be like, "You wanted food? What kind of food did you want?"
Just set me up with like a tartuffery platter. You know, some meat, some cheese, some crackers. It'll go well with this wine.
Tarvik like stops with his poultice thing. Okay, so you want like a sandwich, but just the parts of the sandwich?
Yeah, but you spread it out on the plate. Yep.
Oh, okay. Do we have the stuff here, or do I need to go out for it?
I think we have it. In the larder, it's enchanted or something.
You guys would have food.
Okay.
Okay.
Is our larder?
Hang on.
Our pantry, rather?
Yeah, the pantry. Sorry, the pantry is enchanted.
The pantry is not enchanted.
Oh, it was the larder. Okay, I got it mixed up. So I'm in the larder with the food then?
You are currently at the bottom of the stairs. Yeah, there's a pantry that is right next to the kitchen that is not enchanted. And then the larder that Kassandra is guarding is enchanted.
Gotcha. Okay.
So would we have the supplies in the pantry, or would it be in the larder?
Pantry.
Okay. Yeah, then Tarvik will go down to the pantry. I'm gonna make an intelligence check, disadvantage, to see how well Tarvik does with this.
That's
this very
call.
Simple task.
Very fair call.
Yeah. Go for it.
So a 5. So I think like what you get, like you were saying meats. So like you probably get like an uncooked chicken and like a block of cheese and like part of a ham that he's just kind of stacked up on a plate. And he runs that over to you and says, "Okay, good luck with that," and then walks back into the dining room.
I'll just take the block of cheese and just take a big bite out of it.
I'm glad you didn't take a bite out of the raw chicken, because that would have been a Constitution saving throw.
Sandra would know better.
All right, so
he's got some street smarts. She knows better.
What are you guys doing?
Do I know, DM, if I were to meditate for 4 hours, could I take a long rest? Or does it not work because it's not like the end of the day?
Yeah, you can't take any more than or within a 24-hour period. And you would know that it wouldn't work.
And a long rest does take 8 hours. You just only have to be asleep in your trance for 4 of those hours.
I have to short rest for the other 4?
Yeah, you have to essentially, yeah.
I thought it was totally that they were completely done at 4.
Well, I mean, it's the same way as other races where they other races have to sleep for 6 hours and then rest for 2 hours. Elves get to trance for 4 hours and then rest for 4 hours.
Gotcha.
Do light activity for 4 hours.
Gotcha.
I think it really helps with crafting.
It helps with watches. That's the big thing, right?
Right. Yeah.
An elf can take 2 shifts, whereas a human can really only take 1.
I believe y'all, but I just wanted to check. Elves don't need sleep, instead they meditate deeply, remain semi-unconscious for 4 hours a day. After resting this way, you gain the same benefit that a human does from 8 hours of sleep. Does that make any difference to you on how you want to roll that?
Still once a day, right?
I don't know where the once a day rule comes from. Where in the rules does it talk about long rest?
That's in the long rest.
That's in this section. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not in your trance. It's just a global rule. So that
I get
so that players don't spam long rests every encounter and make it unfair for the DM.
So I am well rested, having gotten 8 hours of sleep, but I do not get the in-game benefits of a long rest.
After resting in this way, you gain the same benefit that a human does from 8 hours of sleep. I don't know. I feel like after resting
either way, if the once in 24
hours
hours rule still stands, then I'm gonna get
it does.
hour.
Yeah, it does.
I think anyway.
Let me look into that.
Maybe, I don't know. Well, okay. Well, if I don't get it until the middle of the night at best, anyways, then I'm not going to do that. I'm going to Rita's perfectly awake and in front of me.
Rieta has started to hum to herself. And if you open your eyes, she's squinting really hard and humming to herself.
She's squinting hard.
She looks nice. I'm going to tell Rieta maybe relax a little bit. I'm going to go get us some food, if that's all right. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And
be careful because Tarvik is going to beat you.
That's right. Be okay. I'll be very careful. You just stay right here. And I will exit the room and close the door with her still in it. Just if I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, going back to the ruling on the trance, because it's saying instead of sleeping, the rules for sleeping, I'll say don't apply, and you complete a full night's rest in only 4 hours without having to do the short rest thing. That's how we'll go it for trance.
Cool.
This game.
Very cool. But I still can only do 1 in 24
But you can only do 1 in
hours,
24. So right now, it doesn't apply. But for the future, that's how we'll go with it.
But at 2 a.m. or mid or whatever it is, I'm going to get all my spell slots back while everyone else
you could
is
take
tired.
4.
That's good to know.
So as we continue.
Okay. But for right now, I am going to go to the stair. And at the top of the stair, I am going to cast disguise self and make myself look like I'm gonna get as far away from Rieta as I can, but not into the visual range of Kassandra or anyone on the first floor. So maybe halfway down the steps, I will try to creep and cast disguise self.
Okay.
You
go
want me
ahead.
do a stealth check?
Yeah. Because this is a verbal component as well, so just making sure that you can stealthily mutter it without anyone noticing.
I don't care about them hearing my footsteps, but I definitely don't want them to hear that I cast a spell.
Right, exactly.
17.
Yeah. You hear no extra movement. Kassandra and Tarvik, you do hear footsteps coming down, but you do not catch Rolen saying the compartments. But you do hear footsteps coming down the stairs.
I'm going to go walk up to Kassandra, looking like Rieta.
You want some cheese block?
That is a terrible meal, for sure. Absolutely. Luckily though, I am not hungry. Are you hungry? You know what? I will happily watch this for you for a minute if you want to go get yourself some proper food.
No, I'm good.
Can you?
I got my cheese block and I got my ham. Oh, you want to do persuasion? Yeah.
Rolen. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. What do I make for that? Like anything or just...
Roll an insight. You're not feeling it. You're not being persuaded
I'm really I'm really dedicated to staying in this spot. I told Galana I'd protect it. And I'm gonna have to miss your show tonight. I'm sorry, Rieta.
No, you can't do that. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm gonna come pout.
Oh, I'm sure
down the stairs.
I'm sure Tarvik won't come, and you can bring Rolen with you if he's feeling better, but can't leave this spot.
Rolen, can you roll a performance check for me? As you try and embody Rieta. Kassandra, something doesn't quite seem right with Rita's demeanor. It's nothing crazy, but I don't know, it just seems a little off to you.
You feeling alright, Rieta?
Rieta, remembering that Tarvik splashed her hand with acid, is gonna say, "No, look what Tarvik did to my hand." And I'll show her the slight acid damage, making me feel weird.
Hang on, can I hear this part of the conversation, like from where I'm at?
Yeah.
I'll just yell it on the hallway. You did touch something that I told you not to touch.
Ooh.
The meanie Kassandra. I'll try whispering that to her.
Well, I don't know much about potions, but if they're anything like poisons, they're really delicate science stuff. Maybe Rolen can explain it better.
I don't know what to do. I think I'm just gonna sit down with her, and over the next course of at least the next 40 to 50 minutes until the spell starts to wear off, I am going to just chat with her, and if I get an opportunity, try to persuade her to either leave or can I see the trident right now? Is it in a bag somewhere near her?
No, you can't see it at all.
No.
The growing hum.
Yeah.
Stomach starts humming too because Rolen never came back with the food.
When I hear that, I'm gonna go and get food. I'll say, okay, I'm gonna get some food, Kassandra, and I'll go into the kitchen and get some food and give a sideways glance to Tarvik, who I think hurt Rieta. So
I'll stop Rieta on the way there, and just say, "Oh, Rieta, I heard that you were doing the performance at the inn tonight. Yes?"
Yes, I am very good at performances.
Oh, would you mind? Would you like to practice? I know that you performers like to give a dress rehearsal Would you mind practicing while I finish up this potion?
Should he roll like persuasion or something? I don't know.
Oh, it's up to you to
I mean,
respond.
let me ask this. Do you think that Rita would need persuading to give a performance?
After hearing this, what is
Yeah,
Roland's
Roland
reaction?
does. Roland's gonna say, "Oh shit." Roland, that's internal. That's internal.
Right.
Roland's going to say, "I don't need any practice. Do you think I need practice?" And maybe try to tear up. I don't know.
Roll another performance with your interaction with Tarvik. And then Tarvik, roll an insight for me.
Roll performance.
I'll actually say
I
roll
just think
insight.
there's like some really long pauses.
Roll insight with disadvantage, so roll again because you don't really know Rita that well to know her.
Okay.
Oh.
Still 17.
Yeah. You've known Rita for only but a brief moment, but something about this seems forced, per se, or a little hesitant in the way she delivers her words. Seems a little off.
Crap. Dang it. All right, I'll say this. Well, let me ask you. Did you rehearse this bit?
No.
It is
I'm
clear
getting
that you did
confused.
not rehearse this bit.
I'm
And
getting
we'll shake the
confused.
potion
Leave me
more.
Leave me alone. I'm gonna go in the kitchen and hide.
Are you just hiding
So
in there?
I really wanted you to just go along with it and just be like, yes, of course. Let me just do the performance.
I don't think Roland could.
Roland's not that guy.
No.
Yeah. Staying true.
If I still hear Rita humming, I'll like grab a whole bunch of food and like take it back up to her.
I'm not sure you would hear it here, but once you kind of get towards the foyer area, you would start to hear it from up the stairs if she's progressively getting louder and louder.
It's gonna kind of almost half like sprint through the dining room with like bundles of food in my hand, more cheese and whatever else we had in the pantry. And the top of the stair, I'm gonna drop disguise self, I guess, and go give food to Rita.
All right.
When you walk into the room, Rita is squinting even harder than you left. It's like you can almost see like a vein in her forehead starting to protrude.
Gotta relax, Rita. Relax.
What? And Rita like suddenly like opens her eyes and like stops. And she's just like, "Oh, you're back. Was that a long time? That felt like a long time."
It was about 10 minutes.
Rita like sort of like turns like cracks her neck, and it's very audible. It's a very loud crack. She's just been very tense this whole time.
Rolen, make a deception check with that 10 minutes.
Was it more? I would have been accurate, however long it was. Was it more than 10 minutes?
Yeah, you meant, so the disguise self was running for an hour, and you said that you were going to stay down there for, like, a little bit, like 40 or so minutes.
Well, but then Rita started humming, and I didn't do that, so I didn't,
you didn't?
roll or anything for it.
Yeah, okay, then it would have just been
humming,
normal, yeah, don't have to roll.
Yeah, it was a little bit. Yeah, I'll drop disguise self and I'll go upstairs, and Rolen looks a little frustrated. But he'll give her food and sit down in front of her and start to try to think of a plan.
Thanks. This is just what I needed. It's the spot.
guess I'm not sure I have a plan. I think maybe Rolen is going to just hide out in his room and plot until like the next morning when he gets his spell slots back. That might be all he's doing for the rest of the day.
Okay, so Rolen is plotting.
Anything better?
Tarvik is making potions. Kassandra, you're still watching. And Rieta, what are you doing?
I'll hang out with Roland until I get bored, and then I'll do
Don't
something
you have
else.
your performance to go to?
Yeah, that's like at 7 o'clock. I feel like it's still hours away from that.
It's still like early afternoon. So,
Okay.
as the time passes, what are we doing in this interim? So that we're not RPing hours of...
Rolen's just sulking and thinking and
Yeah.
plotting. That's all he's doing.
Rieta, what are you doing during this interim before the performance?
I don't know. I'll probably I've talked to Tarvik, I've talked to Roland. I'll probably go hang out with Kassandra for a little bit before getting ready.
I'll
Okay.
have you read that humans book to me.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, so no change with Tarvik and Kassandra, so correct me if I'm wrong. If not, but if you guys are going to continue these activities, then I'll say we kind of fast forward, and at this point we'll just jump into a little break. So like let's do a 5-minute break and just get back into session then.
Sounds good.
All right, see you at the 45.
Right. Be back.
Would you want me to roll to notice they're missing?
No, they're not missing.
They're not missing.
Oh, they're there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those
Well,
objects.
I was going to say, I mean, in theory, Roland did pass by the table multiple times. If he wanted to make a sleight of hand check, I'm right there, obviously, but like he could try to steal something if he wants to grab something off the table.
That's
for a
true.
plan.
Retcon, if you wanted to.
But he wouldn't. He knows his limitations. He knows he's not stealthy.
He's
Okay.
not a rogue.
All right then. Yeah.
But I will mention though, we took short rests. If anyone wants to have said they attuned to it, that is a thing potentially to do. Roland has not.
I don't know. They all belong to Rieta, apparently, so I don't think we should touch them until Rieta tells us we can.
Gosh, you haven't given out the loot yet.
All right, so time passes. You guys are, staying into your respective activities. I will say, Tarvik, that you've put in the 8 hours needed for your potion, so you do have a potion. And Kassandra, you are still keeping an eye out. Rieta, what was it, Rieta, that you were doing? You spoke with Kassandra a little bit and then just hanging out.
And then I was gonna go use the disguise kit to get ready for the performance.
Yes, getting ready. And then Rolen plotting. So we'll say it's around 6 or so, just a little bit before what Rieta mentioned as being the time to go to the rowdy room.
Does this curse on me? Like, I'm obviously frustrated. I have a plan. Am I compelled to stay in my frustrated rut until I get this tried, or can I do things like go to the rowdy room because I have a plan for what I'm gonna do after?
Yeah,
can I go see this performance?
Yes. Yeah, it's the thought is constantly in the back of your head, but it doesn't prevent you from doing other things. It's just at the forefront of your mind that you really want it. And if part of your plan includes facing everyone else and pretending like you're fine and going to this thing, that's part of your plan, and you can do that.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
So I'm gonna leave my room and try to gather everyone up and get them to come to the rowdy room with me.
I'm following her.
Assuming that everyone's going to go and plans to go.
Kassandra will not.
I would at a certain point I would approach Kassandra and be like, I do realize that I was under the effects of the trident, but if you would rather go to the performance, I can watch it while you are away.
Mm, How would she respond? She would, thanks, Tarvik, but why don't you go do this? I think it's best if you kind of bond with the others. And I have trust issues, so I'm gonna take care of this myself.
Well, I have a feeling that in his cursed state, I will not be bonding very much with Roland, and Rieta does not seem to like me very much after she touched my things without my permission, and then got hurt because she touched my things without my permission.
I'll give you a hint. Rieta likes people that watch her performances, so it's good that you go. And be nice, and appreciate and comment on how she performed and things like that.
Okay. Best of luck with the cheese. I see you have not touched the chicken or the ham.
I
did I do something wrong?
Ham.
Okay.
I think you're supposed to. You got to cook it first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I did not realize that there was cooking involved. I thought it was. I thought you said sandwich ingredients. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I will take the chicken. I'll put it back in the pantry for now.
Okay. Thanks.
I'll just take the chicken and hang it back up.
Yeah.
And then I'll just wait at the door.
So I'm gonna come down, possibly with Rolen in tow. Would I? Because I guess I know Kassandra's in the loader. I met with her. So it would be, I think, more direct to go to Kassandra first because I'm already on the landing. So I'll do that.
Okay, you go to Kassandra.
You look great, Rieta.
Kassandra, it's time to go. What are you doing down here?
I can't go.
What?
I know.
Kassandra.
I love
Kassandra.
your performances. You'll have to tell me all about it when you get back.
Kassandra.
Yes.
Fine. Where's Tarvik? Is he inside? I'm gonna go look for Tarvik.
Okay. Yeah, I think he's upstairs.
Okay, I'm gonna go back upstairs and into sort of the foyer and look for Tarvik, and I assume find him. And if he's just standing there, I'm gonna say, "Come on, Tarvik, it's time to go." And I'm actually gonna grab him on the arm, and sort of like loop my arm into his, and like start to try dragging him off. To the rowdy road.
I mean, at this point, I'm just going willingly. Like, there's no strength check needed because I'm just like, okay, okay, and just keeps walking along.
Mm-hmm. I will say, point of order for Rieta, when you were reading the book to Kassandra and you were making your way through the book, this ogre who convinced everyone that he was just actually a very tall human being actually became a king. And now you are in the part of the story where he is the king of these people who he fooled, and the shenanigans involved in maintaining his lie. By the way, you're about halfway. And so you guys continue your way.
This just keeps getting better and better.
You guys continue your way out of the home, leaving Kassandra to her own devices, guarding, and go into the rowdy room. And you do notice that it is. Sorry, what?
Sorry, did either of them do anything? And I'm just following Rieta, and I didn't really talk to them or anything, but they're cool with me going.
We'll say
if you were lagging behind it all a little bit, Rieta would grab your arm as well.
I'm trying not to be next to Tarvik because Rieta said he was going to hit me.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah.
I will say you definitely see that Tarvik is still carrying his great axe on his back, even though they're just going to a bar. So.
Okay. Cool.
Right.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna keep distance. I am like sandwiching Rieta between us, and so that hopefully I'm out of reach. But otherwise, yeah, we're going.
Alright, so you guys head to the bar, and you do notice that it is a little bit more crowded than usual with people.
Okay, I want to start by just going up to the bar, and I mean, I'm not gonna perform without a drink, so I'm gonna get nasty.
Oh, Rieta. You're coming back right around the time that you said you would. Can I get you anything?
I said I'd be here. Yeah. We'll have ales.
Ales. All right. Where are you guys sitting?
Let's hit the bar.
Yeah, the bar sounds good.
All right, and she starts pouring your drinks for you. So, what is this grand presentation that you'll be sharing with everyone?
You're going to have to wait just like everyone else.
Well, I'm very excited for your performance. And she gives you your ales.
Is that
You can
sarcasm?
mark that off. You can make an insight check.
Just a reminder
It
how much
sounded a
ales
little
are.
sarcastic.
She seemed very authentic.
Okay.
Can you remind us how much ales are?
Yes. It is 4 copper for a mug of ale.
Can I use
Okay.
my performer feature where I can receive free lodging and food of a modest or comfortable standard as long as I perform at the theater, inn, or similar establishment?
Let me take a look at your performer feat.
It's my
Yes,
background.
you
I'll
can.
just put it up there.
Do I still have to pay for my ale?
Yes.
Are you performing, Rolen?
I mean, you could try and perform and see if it was good enough to
No.
warrant a free drink.
Rita's manager.
Fine.
Kassandra, because you're not technically here, I'll say you can portray one of the Rowdy Room attendees, whoever you choose, and react how you think this NPC would react. I'm giving you free reign here.
All right,
you're
I'll just be the guy next
You're
to
kind of
Rolen
out of
here.
scene. All right, you're the guy next to Rolen.
Yeah. Just drinking
Hey,
my
oh my gosh, is it I forgot her name. I feel so bad.
Zara?
Zara. Is it Zara or is Zara the cook?
Zara is the bartender, and Raylene is the cook over here. In the back.
Got it, thank you. I'm gonna ask permission for this. Hey Zara, like, do you mind if I stand on the bar, or would that not be okay?
As long as you clean up after yourself.
He's like, great. And then I'm gonna like look at Roland and be like, you're gonna clean up after me, right?
Sure.
Great. Okay. So I think I think, you know, after like a moment of drinking, I'm gonna jump up onto the bar, and I'm gonna sort of like turn around to the the inn, and I'm just gonna get started. And I'm gonna say, those of you with weak constitutions may not want to hear this story. Because when we went searching for the lost miners, we found the demons of Lake Maranthe.
You
And I
notice
pause dramatically.
you notice that as you kind of yell over this, you do get everyone to look at you. As you continue talking, the noise of the tavern seems to quiet a little bit, as you seem to have grabbed their attention.
The demons were terrible monsters, larger than horses and covered in scales. Their strong body had the arms and torsos of men, but a serpentine tail instead of legs. Their ugly faces were adorned with tendrils and dagger-like teeth. These demons did the bidding of their hideous matriarch, a witch with seaweed hair and barnacle-covered skin. She was the mastermind behind the abductions, and subjected the victims to an evil, necromantic ritual in which she siphoned their souls. The demons lived in underwater caverns. My group found an entryway to their domain in a kelp forest in the middle of the lake. We found
what's a kelp forest? Does it grow on trees?
I
Father
just
raises his hand.
stare at this person.
sitting
I
next
just
to
stare
her.
daggers at this person.
Cheeks are like really blushed and my eyes are like nearly crossed, like really, it really drops.
If I can, I'm just gonna like get his attention, like tap on him, and then do a shh with my finger up my lip.
Oh, okay.
You hear a voice pop up kind of from the back. Yeah, shh, and then turn back to Rieta.
We found the bloated corpses of humans tangled in the kelp, including 3 of last night's abductees. When we entered the cavern, we found a labyrinth of underwater tunnels. The demons were immediately aware of our presence, and we fought through score after score as we wandered the winding passages. Finally, we discovered the matriarch's ritual chamber, and the 4th abductee whose life had already been snuffed out. The battle with her was hard fought, because our strength had already been grounded down by her minions. Her nails were long like the claws of a beast, and she flung spells at us. But we ultimately triumphed. Thordak, and I point at, is it not the Tarvik? Sorry, Tarvik, I say, and I point at Tarvik, delivered the final blow, a magical tremor that ripped the witch's body apart. Of course, the real hero of this tale is Grognar Rathax, proprietor of the Quill and Stopper. Grognar gifted potions to my group, the loudest to breathe, move, and fight underwater. His stock and his generosity saved this village. So remember, Grognar, buy his stuff. And that's it.
As you were presenting, you hear like the whispers and the gasps as people are kind of listening into your story throughout. After you expose some of the details, and at the end, they're a little bit confused with the plug for Grognar, but they kind of turn to each other and start nodding. Yeah, Grognar's a great guy. Yeah. And then everyone just kind of starts clapping towards your direction, like, oh, great. And you hear kind of off to the side, like this person here turns to you and says, wow, that's so awesome. And you can see he's kind of like half sloshed in his ale. You can see there's just spillage around his table. You can see he's probably not in the best state of mind, so he's very enraptured with what you're saying, as some of the other folks as well, in various states of inebriation and amusement from your tale.
So I would like to make this an enthralling performance, if I may.
You may. And how many creatures
so
was it?
I think it's 6. Let me double check. Performance. At the end of the performance, choose a number of humanoids within 60 feet of you who watch and listen to all of it, up to a number equal to your charisma modifier. Okay, so it's just 4.
And okay, so 4, and what's the save?
And they
What
need to
number?
make a
It's a wisdom.
wisdom saving throw. The DC is 15.
All right. And so who are you trying to target?
I'm gonna definitely target the guy that interrupted me. And then, like, the 3 other people who I know were watching the whole thing.
Yeah, definitely the people closest to you were the most enraptured. So I'll say we have these 2, this guy, and your choice, left here or right? Here.
I will take right.
Okay, so these 4, I actually rolled really well on these. So this individual here did not save, but the other 3 did.
Well, if you want to take my roll for the one guy, it's pretty low.
Yeah, we can do that for RP's sake, since we have you playing.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn to these guys and I'm gonna say, you all heard that story, right? So you need to go around town and you need to tell everyone how great the apprentices of Alaria are, number 1, and number 2, you gotta tell them how great Grognar is. Okay? Go do that right now.
Propensities of Valaria. Do you have a better name?
Okay.
Alright. Out of game, did we decide on Phase Fallen? I feel like we talked about it a long time ago.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be it.
Oh, that's a cool name. I'm just gonna turn to this other guy right next to me. Have you heard of Phase Fallen?
Who's Phase Fallen? He's wide eyes.
Guys that saved the villagers.
These guys.
The dead village.
Yeah,
These
the great
guys,
story.
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He also seems to be a little bit inebriated.
I guess my guy will just. Yeah, my guy will just stumble around the bar, telling everyone
just
about
start
Phase
telling.
Fallen.
That's great.
The same story that I just heard, but very slurred and missing a lot of beats.
You step down from the table, Rieta, and there are a few people who come up to you, and they just kind of ask, very simple, easy questions, knowing that they were engaged. Like, whoa, how did you get so strong? Darvik, right? And whoa, I mean, how did you survive? Like, asking you, Rieta. Come up to you.
Well, I mean, I had a little help from my friends, and I put a hand on each of Tarvik and Rolen's shoulders.
Tarvik doesn't know how to respond, and instead just keeps drinking. A glass in each hand.
The guy just kind of is looking at you, Tarvik, like waiting for a response, not perturbed at all by you not responding.
Okay. Magic is quite impressive.
He just kind of nods his head.
Takes another drink.
Yeah, magic.
That is all.
Oh, magic is so cool. Wish I could be a magic user.
Yes, it is a craft that only a few can do. Like Rieta here. Rieta, why don't you tell them about magic? And Tarvik will remove himself from the crowd and make his way over into a corner. As far away from the crowd as possible.
Well, magic is a really great thing, but Tarvik, he's incredible. Like he with his magic, he ripped her apart. And
are we gonna be safe?
Wanting to get that kind of power. Yeah. Oh yeah. You're gonna be safe. You're gonna be fine. We slew all of the demons of Lake Marantha. You don't have anything to worry about.
Oh, good.
But Tarvik, if you want to do magic like Tarvik, all you have to do is worship talents.
You see from the other side of the bar, you just see Tarvik just like hand across the throat, just being like, "No, please don't."
Well, I mean, I'm not an expert. I just know that that's what Tarvik does. But if you go over there and talk to him, he can definitely tell you all about Talos and all about how to do that incredible magic.
Beelines
How
towards
fast
Tarvik.
Can I finish 2 beers? How fast can I finish 2 beers? Like once she starts saying that, can I just like down my beers as quickly as possible?
Yeah, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Saving throw? Okay. Ooh, that's not good.
You're trying to go as fast as you can, but your gag reflex is preventing you, and you get through like half of your cup before this guy approaches you. The other guy is still kind of just willing to talk to you guys, seeming like it was a very good story. So Tarvik, he's just going up to you. So Talos, if I worship Talos, I can do cool stuff like you and kill bad guys?
I'm just gonna keep drinking until the mug is gone.
Okay.
And then I'll flip it over on this like back table area, and I will just say, there is training involved, and unfortunately, I cannot recommend a person who would be good to train someone in the ways of Talos. So,
oh man, damn.
Yes,
and he just
it is.
kind of
It is very difficult.
dejected, just starts walking back.
That's fine. I will. At that point, I will slip outside. Drink's done. I'm out.
Okay. You guys notice he just walks out.
I was going to say I'm in heavy armor, or not heavy armor. I'm in I am actually in heavy armor. So yeah, like you definitely just hear me walk out.
You guys are dressed very uniquely compared to the rest of the town. Let's just say that. All right, so after some conversation, these people just peter away, seeming to have gotten a great story from you, Rieta. What do you and Rolen do? The night has settled.
Well, I think I still have like 3 drinks, so I might take advantage of that before leaving.
He'll nurse his first drink and maybe get like through half of it or less.
Mm-hmm.
So how you doing, Rolen? You're being real quiet.
I'm always quiet.
No, you're not always quiet.
I'm usually quiet. A good
I
story,
like,
though.
I like sort of like pierce my eyes at him, and I say, "Yeah, but you're extra quiet now."
I don't know what to say at all. But it was a good story. And you have a talent, obviously.
Listen, I can't help but get the feeling that you're like maybe I don't know things you've just been a little bit off today, and I haven't wanted to say anything, but Kassandra and Tarvik, they're not here anymore. If you have like anything that you're trying to do that maybe you need help with, like maybe I could help you.
Ooh, should she roll persuasion?
Rieta, what was your intent with that? To try to like coax her Or coax him?
Yeah, I'm trying to get Roland to
trust you.
to fill me in on his plans.
Yeah, roll persuasion. Roland, you can roll an insight to see her intent. She feels authentic.
I trust her. Okay, I trust her. Okay, what am I gonna do? Okay. Yeah, so I'll maybe scoot around to the other side and maybe try to like talk very quietly to her and say I'm gonna try to explain to her that a trident is important and I really need to get my hands on it. Are you willing to help me do that? I have a plan. I don't know if it'll work or not, but
I look Roland like dead in the eyes and I say, absolutely.
What is that? Roll.
should this be persuasion or deception?
Are you totally on board, or are you lying to...
I am at this moment. I am lying.
Okay.
I am not committed to helping Roland at this moment.
Oh,
I
natural
cannot do
20. You can try and roll insight, Roland.
I can't beat it. Even with the natural 20, I can't beat that.
Okay,
Alright. So I am happy to have a friend in this.
Yes, you are.
Say, okay, so here's my plan. This is how it's gonna work, alright? So everyone's gonna go to sleep, except for probably Kassandra. I don't know, maybe they'll take shifts, but I think Kassandra to be the person that is still watching over the trident. Hopefully they won't change out. But if you can like change out with her, like convince her she needs some sleep, right? Tonight she needs some sleep. So if you change out with her, then you can be the person guarding it, and then you can let me into the larder so I can see trident. Yeah? This would actually be a much simpler version of the plan.
Yeah, I mean, I can try to do that. I mean, I tried to get Kassandra to come out here, and she said no. But I mean, I can try harder, maybe.
Well, I mean, at some point she has to sleep at some point. So unless she's going to just stay up all night, but
That's true.
That is a thing. So okay, so backup plan. If we can't convince her to let you be the person, I'm pretty sure I want Kassandra down there, not Tarvik, because I'm going to get my spell slots back in like the middle of the night. Like as soon as I can sleep, I'm gonna like meditate and get my spell slots back. And I got this one. It's called the sleep spell. And if I cast it at a high level, I'm pretty sure I can knock her out. I try real hard. That's pretty much my entire plan. I don't have much of a plan beyond that.
So, okay, so the plan is you're going to come down into the larder after Kassandra goes to sleep, and I'm guarding it, and we'll just get the trident then. And then if Kassandra doesn't want to go to sleep, you'll just put her to sleep anyway.
Yeah.
Why is what is so important about this trident, like Roland? I mean, Kassandra's our friend. Why would you want to cast a spell like that at her?
Well, I mean, it won't hurt her none. It'll just put her to sleep. And I don't fully understand why they want to keep this trident from me, but I know it's important, and I know I need to go and hold it. Like, it's important, for sure. And I think everything's going to become clear as soon as it's in my hands. I don't have all the answers right now. I don't 100% know what'll happen, but everything's going to be better once the trident is in my hands. Does that make sense? Do you believe me?
Everything will be better once the trident is in your hands. I mean, I don't understand. I really don't understand, Roland. Like, I mean, like you and like Torvik were going after it earlier and like fighting with each other, and it made everything worse. I was really mad at you guys.
Well, that's only because I keep trying to take it away. As soon as I have it, then all the fighting would stop because I would have it.
Are you gonna like try to like take it and like run with it and like ditch us once you have it?
No, I'd never leave you. All you're my family. No, I wouldn't leave. It's just I can't let them take it back away from me. But once it's in my hands, everything will be better. I'm so certain of it. I need to convince them that I'm okay. Because see, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna hold the trident, and they're going to see that nothing bad happens. I'll be just fine. I'll be back to my normal self, and then everything will just go back to normal, just like it was all day long until Tarvik decided he needed it and started all that drama. But there's no harm in having it. Like I had all day long and nothing happened.
I mean, you're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that's okay. I guess that's okay, Roland. I mean, I still don't like the idea of knocking Kassandra out and putting her to sleep. So I mean, how do you feel about plan A? You let me try to convince Kassandra to, let me take over the watch.
Mm-hmm.
And then plan B is we don't cast any spells at her, but if she like happens to fall asleep while she's down there because she's staying up so late and we had kind of a long day, we can sneak in and try to get it.
Okay, and I'll just have the spell ready so that if she does wake up, I'll cast it, and she'll go back to sleep.
But Roland, what if you didn't cast it? What if we just, respected our friends and didn't cast spells on them?
Trident. And that's not her being very respectful of me.
Rieta
so I
twitches.
Don't feel too bad. Okay. But I mean, it's not like I'm hurting her or anything. I don't know. It feels like it's important. I know this is important. And as much as I love Kassandra so much, if she stops me from getting to my trident and holding it, I have to see this through. It's too important. And obviously I would never hurt her, but there's no harm will come to her from falling asleep for a little bit. And as soon as, we'll get into the larder and lock it. I assume we have a key to the larder that I know where it is. Maybe. Probably on Kassandra right now.
She'll give it to me when we convince her to go sleep.
That is the plan, yes. That is definitely the plan. I'm gonna hold the sleep spell until unless it becomes like absolutely necessary. But if we can't convince her, and anyone tries to see, here's the thing: Tarvik could totally knock me out, and I don't want that to happen. Like, tied me up, he splashed acid on you. Don't want that to happen.
I have a confession to make. Tarvik didn't splash acid on me. I did something just because I wanted to, and it resulted in me getting acid splashed all over myself. That was entirely my fault.
Oh. Well, that makes sense, I guess. But either way, back to the point of I don't want him to knock me out. And if I have to choose between casting a spell that knocks him out versus him knocking me out, I really don't want to be knocked out.
Nobody has to get knocked out, but I don't know. I guess this is important. Okay, Rolen. Yeah, I agree. So when I go and talk to Kassandra, we don't want her to be suspicious. So I should definitely do that by myself, right? Or do you think you should be there too?
Like a shift thing? So, like, at some point, she'll finish her watch and need to shift off to you, so you both can, get a night's sleep, kind of a thing. So, I'm not going to be there for that. I need to be upstairs, also sleeping. So, I probably won't be there for that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. No need to rush it. If she doesn't want to, if she's going to switch off until like in the morning or whatever, that's like totally fine, right? That's fine.
Okay.
We'll be patient.
So I guess what we can do is like when you get your spell slot back, you can come and like wake me up. I'm just gonna go to sleep right now when we get back, and then that's when I can go down there.
Well, maybe talk to her ahead of time, of like have a plan that you're gonna come like relieve her in the middle of the night. That way she's expecting it.
Yeah, we can try that too. Okay.
Yeah, and that way we know for sure whether or not, because if she like insists no that she wants to like watch it all night and not rest and not get any rest, then she can do that and it'll just modify our plan a little bit. You could still be helpful by like distracting her, maybe. I mean, I'm not too worried about this. I do have to get like within 20 feet of her, but the spell's pretty instantaneous, so I'm pretty sure I can cast it on her. And at first you're going to try to persuade her. This is again plan C. Plan C.
Right.
Only if you can't be doing that and she didn't fall asleep on her own, so.
Right, definitely. Okay.
I'm so happy you believe me, Rieta. I'm so happy that this works. I have a confession to make too. Because this was important. This really was. And don't be mad. Promise you won't be mad. I didn't hurt anyone.
I look at him, I look at Rolen, and then I look down at the bar, and I say, okay, I promise.
Okay. I, earlier, because I have very few spells, but I did have one spell left, and I really wanted to try it because it's so important. I explained it was important. So when I went down to get food for us, while you were meditating, you did such a good job, by the way, I may have cast a spell to make myself look like you, and then went and lied to Kassandra and Tarvik and pretended to be you to try to convince them to let me, because I was being you, to have the trident.
Rieta doesn't really respond initially. She's just sort of looking at Rolen. Well, I don't really know what to think of that. I mean, did you do anything embarrassing?
Don't think so. Tarvik asked some stupid questions, but I kind of just ran away. So.
You know, Rolen, you really shouldn't do that to the party. But it's okay. I understand this is really important. So I forgive you.
I'm so happy. Thank you. I do know, and I would never do it under normal circumstance if it hadn't been so important. Thank you. Thank you so much for understanding.
Rieta, was that
okay? So
truth,
should
or
we
was
head
that
back
a lie?
That's true.
Oh no, I meant Rieta saying that she understood and that it was okay.
Oh.
I think she's still mulling over how she feels about it, but you know, she said that. So I guess that's another deception.
Okay, roll another deception for me, and roll insight against that to see if you pick up that she doesn't truly believe in it.
Oh no!
Oh.
Okay. Insight.
You can tell she's not being completely accurate. accurate with that statement. She's definitely not truly okay with it.
Okay. I'm gonna chalk that up to her like still processing, but I still appreciate that I still think she's on board and I kind of trust her, and I'm okay with it. Like I get that like it was a pretty miserable thing to do, but I'm gonna just I'm okay that she's still mulling it over.
All right. And so, what do you guys do?
I think we're ready to head back to the house.
Okay. And so we zip on over to the house here. And I'll say here we take a 10-minute break before we move on to the rest of the night. So you guys make your way back to the house. And
Would I
go
be able to do something? Because I left the bar. Like, I don't know how long it would actually be, but I left the bar at least, like 5 or 10 minutes before they did.
Yeah, for sure. You
Correct.
have some time on your own. Yeah,
Okay.
So you go in.
All right, I would go in and just see Kassandra. Just be like, how are things going?
You'll see the wall behind me is covered in daggers that I've just been throwing at the wall. I'm so bored, Tarvik.
I am sorry. I cannot. I don't know how to help with the boredom.
What's the plan in the morning? You gonna fix Rolen?
Yes, I have a spell that will take care of the problem. With no with no components needed. I will just need to get. Actually, that's a good question. Do I need to touch him or do I just need to see him? It is touch, so I will just need to touch him, and then the curse shall be gone. The item will still be cursed, and we will have to have discussions about that later. But
Okay.
at least none of us will be cursed.
Can you remove the curse from the item too, or no?
No.
Okay.
This removes from people or creatures, but objects are different.
Yeah.
The curse you would need to see an expert in creation of magical items, maybe for that. But well, are you going to stay up and watch all night, or would you like me to take a shift?
Yeah, I think you should take a shift.
Okay. Would you like? Do you want me to do this now, or would you like to do it later?
Yeah, I'm bored. I'm gonna go up. If you want to take over now, I'll go up, grab some books, so I have something to do while I'm down here. Hit the sack.
Okay.
I guess just wake me up and well, let's wait for Rita, because maybe Rita could take a shift too.
Okay. We can have that discussion. What do you want me to do with these knives that you've stuck into the wall?
Well, you can try. And I hand him one of them, like pull it out of the wall and hand it to him.
I mean, I can I'll throw it. I guess. Do I just use strength or dex?
Range is usually dex.
Dex.
Yeah, dex. Okay. I don't have a dex weapon. I'm just gonna roll it manually.
Yeah, just roll d20, add your dex mod, and then I think you had your proficiency too.
Yeah, I am proficient in martial, so
Okay.
15.
Nice.
It hits.
Yeah, so you get it next to like a crude X that I drew on
Yeah.
the wall. Nice, Tarvik.
Yes. I think I will stick to the magic and I'll pull the axe off my back.
Yeah.
But why don't you take a small rest and well, why don't you go get books and I will watch this for the time being.
Okay.
And then Radius should be here maybe in the next hour or so. people were very pleased with her performance and her advertisement for the Quill and Stopper.
Awesome. Did you tell her that?
We were swarmed by people, and then
Uh-huh.
she said some things that were very nice about me, and then I ran away. So I will tell her when she arrives.
I'll make sure you do that. Do you have a little issue with the people?
It has been a while since I've been around big crowds, and even longer since I've been the focus of them. So, yes.
Okay. Well, maybe tell her that, because she might not know. Or she might just be teasing you because she's Rieta. I don't know.
Could be both.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go up to the library and pick a random book.
Okay.
Right.
More books. Give me a second. You grab a book entitled On Monstrous Races, and there's like a little description of the book, and it's a discussion on whether monstrous races should or should not be allowed into society.
Okay. I'll take that. And I'll go back down with Tarvik, and we'll just wait for Rieta.
All right. And Tarvik, you're just waiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll say, like, there's a door to this room, correct?
To the larder, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it is locked currently with Kassandra holding the key.
Okay. Oh, it is locked. Never mind then. I won't do what I was gonna do.
Okay.
All right. So a little time passes.
Yeah, but we'll just sit there.
And Rieta and Rolen end up getting to the house.
Hey guys.
Yeah, I mean, right before we get in, I'm so sorry. Right before we get in, I'm going to mention to Rieta, just FYI for our plan, this is an important point. If I do have to cast the spell to make someone fall asleep, I need you to be at least 20 foot away from the person that's guarding the door. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if it'll affect you or Rieta or Kassandra first, but it will definitely affect you before it'll affect Tarvik if he happens to be that person. So, just FYI, 20 feet away.
20 feet away. Got it. Yeah.
Okay. You still good with this plan? You still okay with it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with plan A and plan B. I don't like plan C. And I don't understand why it's so important. But I mean, I trust you, Rolen. If you think that this is important, we can do it.
Is that another lie?
Okay.
I missed that, Olivia.
Is that another lie?
Yeah.
Roll a deception.
Should I roll in?
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Here we go.
Nah, he doesn't realize that it's a lie. Alright, so you guys step into the house after having your pre-conversation.
Yeah.
Hey Rieta. Hey Rolen.
Hey, Kassandra.
You gotta tell me about your performance.
It was this asshole interrupted me.
Really? There's always gotta be one of them, huh?
I mean, it was going so well, and then, oh my god.
He seemed quite sold by the performance afterwards, though. You clearly have done a great deal of work. You clearly did not need the practice that I had suggested earlier.
Wait, what practice?
I had I had offered you a chance for a dress rehearsal when I was making the potions,
Yeah,
and
you
you
were
said,
acting really funny earlier.
"Yeah." You started fake crying
Oh,
quite badly,
yeah,
and then
I remember. I remember you. Yeah, that all of that happened. Yep.
Roll a
I
deception,
insight
please.
that.
Every time you
I
lie,
really
yeah.
just
say.
Terrific. I just didn't want to like spoil it for you. Is what it was. You know. Like, okay, I will roll. Jeez.
I don't know, you have
I
high
just didn't
charisma
want to
though, so
spoil
we'll see.
the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, you might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Hmm.
I just didn't want to spoil the story for you because like you were like the hero. You're the one who killed the witch, and I wanted that to be a surprise for you when we got to the bar.
You wanted it to be a surprise that I killed the
Well,
witch.
that I portrayed you as the slayer of the sea witch that was gonna suck the life out of everyone in town.
Ah, yes. I should mention that. Don't do that in the future, please. Thank you.
Harvick's a
Don't
little
do
shy.
what? Oh. Yeah, but like, I mean, even if you're shy, even if you don't want to talk to people, don't you want them to know how great you are?
No.
Oh. I'm just like Cromwell.
I met Cromwell only briefly. He seemed like a dwarf.
Yeah, true. Anyways, Rita, we wanted to talk to you for a minute downstairs. No, it was
You want to
something
talk to
for
me
Rita,
too?
just Rita. Sorry, Rolen. We'll talk to you in the morning.
I will take my leave then. And see you
Yep.
in the morning. Should I roll deception?
Yep.
Are you gonna like hide out down here, or
I'm the see
about
you in
the
the
see in the
morning.
morning?
Is
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Liv, I don't think I can hear you.
Oh, yeah, I said yeah. Everyone, roll your insights.
See ya in the morning.
Oh, just
Not
barely.
much.
Just barely. Yeah, so though a thin line, Kassandra, you're picking up something about that didn't seem as truthful. Tarvik, you know that wasn't truthful. Just barely, Kassandra.
I'll just squint at Roland. Okay.
I'm just going to like, yes, I will see you in the morning. I will just pull out my axe very slowly and stretch with it.
You trying to be intimidating?
He whimpers a little.
Yeah, you know what? I'll make an intimidation roll. It's not my
Alright.
best stat, but it's not my worst.
Alright.
It's a good 6.
Did I insight that?
Yeah, you can insight it. Based on how the curse is, though, yeah. You go ahead and reach Tarvik, but just with the width of the hallway and the size of yourself and the weapon, your arm kind of jostles the wall, and it kind of is clunky the way you raise it, so it's not as smooth and intimidating as you had hoped. And Rolen, you kind of take a look at that, and you know he's just kind of trying to intimidate you, but you don't seem phased.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going up to my room then. Closing the door.
All right, Roland's in his room. You guys are downstairs.
I will say, once he closes the door, I will say, that was a lie. He plans on trying to get it, I would imagine.
So yeah, that's what we wanted to talk to you about, Rita. We need to take shifts tonight. Would you mind helping out?
That's actually exactly what I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh.
Because that is Roland's plan. We talked at the bar, and I convinced him that I would help him by taking a shift, guarding the larder, and then he would come down and I would let him have the trident.
Well, why don't we all just slumber party down here? We just
We
roll out our
could do that.
bedrolls.
But I do have another option.
Okay.
Rolen is gonna get his long rest, get some of his capacity back, and when he does, he's gonna have way more magic at his disposal than I do. But I've still got a couple of spells for today, and I can do an illusion.
Okay.
Our plan B was that Kassandra, if I couldn't convince you to let me take a shift, that we would wait for you to just get too sleepy and fall asleep, and then you would we'd be able to get the trident then. But I can if you and Tarvik are hiding out down here, I can create an image of you sleep on the floor, and then Rolen will maybe be able to get the jump on him that way.
Hey, why don't we just shouldn't we just go up there while he's meditating and just tie him up?
I mean, that is another option.
I mean, I like your idea. It's got flair. Like you, Rita.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I maybe I heard his plot and I'm like, oh man, we have to come up with something as equally dastardly and complicated.
Okay. Which, hang on, do we need something that complicated? I think sometimes the easiest solution is the best solution.
I say we all go up there, gang up on him, tie him up, and just say we need to get some rest.
I mean that's a solution. I have an alternative.
Okay.
And I pull out 8 pitons and 10 iron spikes and just be like, if he can't open the door, he can't get in.
For the larder.
Yeah.
Well, if he gets his spells back, he
I
could
mean, yeah, and he's
restore the door, right?
he's kind of weird. His whole plan was to put you to cast a sleep spell on you, Kassandra. I don't know to what extent he'll go to do this.
Yeah.
Instead of beating him up though, if I get a rest, I could do one of my performances on him. And then for an hour he would be,
Well, wait,
charmed
aren't
by me.
those eyes of charming, aren't they sitting on the table?
Yeah.
Do we
But I
use
mean,
those?
I can just charm him, myself, and
Okay.
then we can, I don't know, make it easier to tie him up.
Yeah.
Instead of beating him up.
That sounds nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then
Okay.
if that doesn't work, we can do the eyes of charming. If he saves on mine, then Kassandra, maybe you can use the eyes of charming.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, let's go try that. Do you want us to wait outside while you cast it, or how does it work?
I don't know. Kassandra, maybe what we can do is I will well yeah, I mean I need to perform for him. And
Okay, so here's an idea.
yeah.
I'm gonna go up there with you, and I'm gonna apologize to Roland for not letting him get his whatever it is, the trident, and ask you to redo your performance from tonight. So since I missed it.
That sounds fantastic. We need to wait an hour first though, because I kind of just did this.
I would appreciate an hour rest as well.
Plus, that's an hour to attune to the eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe we all sleep down here for an hour, and then
Well, we
all
don't
go
want to
up
make
together.
him suspicious, so I don't know. I'm gonna go upstairs, and I guess I'm gonna tell him that we're doing shifts. which I don't know is probably the truth. We should probably do shifts anyway, right?
Yeah, he
Yes.
should break free,
Okay.
especially once he gets his magic back.
Yeah.
I would also suggest a gag if he's going to get his magic back. That will make it much harder.
Didn't we have some manacles, or did Roland have those? I think he might have had those.
Well, if he still does, and we tie him up, I guess we could use his own manacles on him.
Let me see. Yeah, it's not in my
Yeah, I
inventory,
just
so
checked. I
missed
do
that one.
not have manacles in my inventory.
Oh, maybe it was like.
Maybe it was Cromwell then.
Back. Yeah, it was beginning of the thing. So. All right, yeah. Let's try it. So I'll go upstairs, get the Eyes of Charming, and go to my room and start attuning to him. Tarvik, you want to stay down here and keep watch?
You
I
may
can
not
do that.
know this, but I do have a net. FYI.
Okay. Yeah, I think we saw you pick that up.
By the way, I didn't write this in the treasures, but the Eyes of Charming, it's similar to the Scrying Mirror, where after each use you roll a d20, and if you get a nat 1, it breaks because there's a crack in the glasses.
Okay. Good to know.
I'll probably create a handout for it. I don't think I did, so I'll create one and share it.
All right, cool.
And just to prolong the delusion, Rieta believes that she, affirmed the idea of Kassandra taking the glasses and having them.
Yeah.
Right.
Kassandra doesn't know about this delusion either, so she.
All right. So
Continues.
while Kassandra is attuning, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna go upstairs to Rolen and sort of fill him in on what's gonna happen, which is that Tarvik is taking a shift now. Cassandra's resting. I'm gonna have a shift like early in the morning, so I'll wake up and do that. It'll be after you get your spells back.
Right, since all of that is the truth, you don't have to roll.
Yeah, I'm saying that to you, Roland. Yeah, I've come up to you.
Okay. Roland, you interrupt. He started his trance, but he'll talk to you for a minute, and yeah, he just nods and says, "Good."
I'm gonna go hang out. I'm gonna go to sleep in a little bit, but have a good trance. And then I'll sort of whisper to him, "See you later." And then I leave.
Okay. And Roland will continue his trance.
All right, Tarvik, you are just monitoring.
Yeah, and I'm going to take I'm monitoring, but also need to take a short rest because I think I was the only one who didn't yet. So
Yes. Okay, so you're taking a short rest. Kassandra, you've attuned. We'll say an hour has passed. You've attuned to the Eyes of Charming.
All right. I'll go knock on Rita's door.
I will open it and meet with Kassandra.
Yep.
And I guess go to Roland.
Yep. Let's go apologize to Roland.
I didn't.
And
I didn't say it actually, but I guess when Rieta came up, the door would have been locked, and when she left, it would have been locked again.
Okay.
My bedroom. If that's all right.
Yep.
So
Kassandra will knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Roland. I wanted to apologize.
Roland will go up to the door and, maybe a little frustrated as trance has been interrupted again, say, What for?
For not letting you have the trident.
What's changed?
Rieta talked to us, said it was really important to you.
It was important to me before.
Yeah, but you're kind of not yourself.
So have you brought it to me?
No, it's downstairs.
Are you okay with letting me have it?
Can you let us in, Rolen? I mean,
Let us.
it's weird talking through the door like this.
Roland's not going to open the door unless you can convince him to. Is there maybe
was that an
check
authentic
with that to try to get him to open the door?
Well, was that an authentic apology or no?
I mean, Kassandra is really sorry, but not for that reason. Like, she doesn't like this. What's going on?
Rita's gonna make an attempt at this. Rolen, Kassandra feels terrible, and she's trying to apologize, and it's really hard to do that when you're locking us out and making us talk through a door. Please?
I will say, for the circumstances, because it's not a complete truth, Kassandra, roll a deception. And then Rieta, roll a persuasion. And then...
Should I roll insight?
Yes, Rolen, go ahead and roll insight on both of them.
So I know Cassandra's line, but
something is off about
Rieta.
Kassandra's her apology. It doesn't seem completely truthful. Go ahead and roll insight to what Rieta said. So the second roll.
I'll do a second insight.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to assume that even though I don't believe Kassandra, that this is Rita's still on my side, and this is part of the plan that needs to be like adapted, maybe. So I'm going to unlock the door and let them in.
I'm sit on the bed. I say, let's just hang out, just the three of us. I think Tarvik being with us has jumbled up our group dynamic a bit. Let's just have a night, just the three of us.
It's quite late, and it's been a confusing day. I want to meditate. Maybe think on this. Perhaps we can talk more in the morning?
Oh, but I wanted to hear Rita's performance and what you guys did at the bar tonight.
Well, I've already heard it, and I wonder what it was.
I want to do it. I want to perform it again too for Kassandra. I was so bummed that she didn't come, but it would be weird to do it just for her.
It's not weird. Besides,
I start performing. I start the performance right now.
Say pointedly to him, I need to meditate.
It'll just take a minute, and then I start into it. I don't think I want to read through the whole thing again, but I'm gonna go for it.
Can I insight to see what's going on?
Yeah. Rieta, because you're being you're trying to persuade /
So as I think that as I'm starting the performance, I'm trying to draw Rolen into it, and possibly do it even better the second time with more dynamicism and embellishment. So I'd like to just perform at him and try to draw him in with that.
All right, that will be the second thing. But as you're kind of in this little push and pull with Rolen trying to give you like a hint because he thinks that you are on his side and you're kind of trying to buff it, go ahead and make another deception roll. Rolen, go ahead and make an insight, and then we can do your performance.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
I don't think she can roll that low. I don't think she can roll as low.
I was about to say that I'm going to use my inspiration when you already rolled and I saw that it was a 5. So I'm going to go ahead and mark off mark my inspiration off because I was about to say that.
Okay.
So I'll make a deception at advantage.
Oh, wow. You didn't even need a nat 20 again. Get that charisma. And then as you are trying to pull Rolen in, are you doing that trait of yours?
I am going to do an enthralling performance, but
Yes.
that'll come into play at the end. What I'm trying to do is during the performance is just sort of draw him in and get him to stop questioning it or and trying to interrupt me like during it so I can get through the whole thing.
Okay. I will say Rolen, go ahead and roll an insight check, and that's going to be the DC that her performance check has to be in order for you to feel like, okay, maybe I can go along with this.
Okay, and that would be, I mean, at this point, I'm going along with it. I mean, I think she convinced me to, so I'm definitely, like, listening. Is there, like, another check to see, though, whether or not I'm actually charmed?
Well,
yeah, that'll come
that's
at the
going to be
end.
after.
That'll be a...
Okay.
Yeah, that's
a...
yeah.
I mean,
that's
maybe I don't need to do the performance. I was...
Okay. So
when I was saying that, I was trying to use performance instead of like persuasion or deception. I just wanted to start going and draw him in. But if he's drawn in, then I guess I don't need to.
Yeah, no matter what I roll, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna stand there and listen to it.
Okay.
It's not like he's gonna or anything. So.
All right. So with your enthralling performance, I would like Rolen. You're gonna have to save from this. Excuse me. So roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. May I GM the wisdom saving throw?
The inspiration, yes, you can. So you have advantage on this.
Okay, yeah. So I'll do that, but also can I roll it to GM so they can't see?
Yes, you can.
Is that all right?
Yes. Rita, what's your spell save?
My save is 15, and just one thing to note is that if the target succeeds on its saving throw, it has no hint that I tried to charm it.
Yes, it does say that.
Good to know. Good to know. Cool.
All right.
I guess it doesn't matter now. She would know.
Well, so Rita, you've completed your performance. What do you do next?
I look at Rolen and I ask him, so what did you think? And another thing to note is that if you failed, then while charmed in this way, you idolize me and you speak glowingly of me to anyone who you talk to.
Oh yeah, Rita, do you want to throw the enthralling performance in the description? So
sure. Yeah.
We can all take a look at it. Yeah.
Just like I said at the bar, it is a wonderful, wonderful performance. You're very, very, very talented. I enjoy your story very
much. Can I pull an insight to see if I think that he is idolizing me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
He is. He's being very complimentary of you. More so than maybe Rolen would normally be.
So I just like smile and I say, "Oh, thank you, Rolen. Oh, it's so nice to hear that. What about you, Kassandra? What did you think?"
It was really awesome. I think you should have played up my role in it a bit more, but I guess it's all right that you put Tarvik as the...
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I should have. But he's new. I want him to feel like welcomed and important,
Right, yeah. So, I guess Rolen needs to get back to meditating, right? I'm really confused. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Roland, I think Roland, I think you should like go back into your trance. But like you helped me out earlier today with like meditating and like trying to relax and rest a little bit and sort of sort through my thoughts. And like there's something that I sometimes try to do when I need to do that sort of thing. And I kind of want to show it to you. So why don't you go ahead and just sort of like go back into your trance, and then Cassandra and I will like help you out with like some, I don't know, it's like some incense and some other things that just to help you relax, help you have a good night.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, sure, if you say so. Um, you want Cassandra to help as well?
Well, yeah, I mean she'll be able to help.
Do my best.
Okay, well it's very important that I get my sleep, so he'll happily sit down in front of Rita and cross his legs and start to meditate.
Now, point of clarification for this. Rolen, even though you are charmed, you do still have that thought in the back of your head from the curse. It's just that while in this way, you feel more inclined to listen to Rita because you regard her in an idealistic way, and you're like more willing to, follow her recommendations because her performance was so great.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'm convinced I trust Rita explicitly, and she said she's going to help me, and I have no reason to doubt her, so whatever's going on must be part of the plan, and I will happily go along with it because she will surely, come and help me later, whatever happens now, so.
Yep.
That's what Roland is.
Okay. So while I'm gonna leave the dirty work to Cassandra.
Okay.
But what I'm gonna do is I have 5 candles, so I'm going to sort of take them out and put them around Roland and light them so that he can smell that nice candle smell. There's a little bit of maybe just a little bit of warmth that comes on, and then I'm gonna take out my lyre and just play a nice lullaby on it to try to help keep him relaxed.
Okay, Cassandra wants to. Is Roland's pack on the floor in here somewhere?
Yeah, I would be in the room.
All right, she's gonna try and like sneakily try and find the net in his pack.
And I think I do want to, like, while he's going into his trance, I'm hoping that my the performance roll comes in again. I want to sort of try to like take him in and get him to focus on me. Hopefully he'll focus on the music instead of what Kassandra is doing.
Okay. All right. Let's say roll a performance for me, Rita, and if your performance is above a 17, Kassandra, you will get advantage on your investigation check, where Rolen doesn't realize. Oh, actually, it'd be stealth. Advantage on sleight of hand.
Okay.
So let's do Rita. Roll your performance first. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
All right,
Easy
Cassandra.
peasy.
I know, right?
Cassandra,
Cassandra, roll a
Okay.
investigation for me and a sleight of hand.
18.
Yes.
Oh, first.
18 is...
Okay. 13.
Okay, yeah. You have time in the bag, and so as you are quietly maneuvering, it takes you I'd say like a minute just to push away some of the other things, because you guys are adventurers, you carry a lot of things in your back as you are looking through, but you do end up finding the net.
Okay. I'm gonna hand like a side of the net to him, to Rita, and make a motion like swinging my arms like we're gonna throw the net on Rolen.
I think that we should have the rope ready to go before we do this.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. All right, I'll grab the rope and I'll try and make like those knots that you make where it's loose, but if you pull on it, it becomes tight. I don't know what it's called, but like a little lasso.
Go ahead and do.
And okay.
And actually, no. Go ahead, finish.
And with the lasso, I want to like just have it like hooked to my belt, so as soon as we get the net on him, I can lasso him and then finish tying him up.
All right, so sequence of orders. Go ahead and let me know what you're doing first, and then we'll do checks.
Okay, so first I'm gonna make a loose knot in the rope for the lasso.
Okay, I'll say that's fine. You don't need to check for that.
Okay, then I'm gonna motion to Rieta to throw the net.
All right, and it's all about timing.
And
so net, and then you're gonna
yeah.
lasso.
Yeah.
All right, Rieta, go ahead. You throw the net. Make a. Well, you know what? He's just sitting still. So since Rolen is just sitting still, you throw the net. Rolen, you feel a net on you immediately. Kassandra, just make a dexterity check to see how quickly you can throw the net before Rolen gets a chance to react. If it's above a 15, aha. If it's above a 15, you get a moment. But Rolen, you come out of your reverie and you see the net thrown at you, and Kassandra's kind of getting ready next to you. She has like a rope. You have one action to do something.
I'm going to try to escape the net. What up?
I'm just saying it's timed. So let me know what you want to do. You want to escape?
So are we escaping the net? Are we in initiative right now?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to escape the net. Like I'm gonna try to like climb under it and get it off me.
Okay, make a general acrobatics check to see how well you can maneuver yourself out of the net. Unfortunately, the net is, though it was just like thrown on top of you, you're kind of stumbling with your fingers trying to get around it. Your fingers are kind of getting caught in the net parts. So, Kassandra, I'll say you have the opportunity to go ahead and throw your rope. Make a... make a acrobatics check to see, because Rolen is moving around now. Oh, all right. So you kind of get around Rolen as he's trying to shift out of his way and get out of the net, and so you rope him. So you've got him roped now.
Okay, I'm gonna keep trying to tie him up with every turn more and more until I have 50 foot of rope. So I'm gonna wrap it multiple times around him, his arms, his legs, just to keep him like a worm.
All right, I will say, because Rolen, you have a net on top of you, and now a rope that you are restrained, which means your movement is 0. Excuse me, your movement is 0, and you have advantage on attacks against you. And then I'll say you're not incapacitated right now. I'll let you one more as the rope is around you and the net is around you. Go ahead and make another acrobatics check with disadvantage to see if you can get into a better situation getting out of the rope and the net. Yeah, unfortunately, you're still kind of just with the net and the rope. You're still kind of there. So at this point in time, you aren't be able to move, and so you're grappled now as well, I'll say.
Okay. I'm gonna obviously struggle. At any point in this, do I take any like damage?
No, you don't take damage.
No.
Yeah, you're like on a bed, right? So I think unless you like bite your tongue or something.
But you
may or
you
may
just
not
have a
even
net and a rope around you.
He doesn't use it.
Oh, that's true. You're in a nice chair then.
Yeah, I'm in my chair that I used to. I'm mat on the ground.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to tie him up with the rope, and I'm gonna say to Rieta, we need to gag him.
Oh, yeah, right. And I'm going to look around really quickly and find one of his socks from like one of his drawers.
Oh no!
Clean one, I hope.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that.
No, from today. He's taking off his socks. It's just lying on the floor.
Oh no!
I'm gonna put it out there. Rolen does not have dirty laundry. Prestidigitation.
Okay.
Every inch of clothing is always
good.
at all times clean.
That's very good. All right. So as as Rieta is trying to find a sock, Rolen, right now you have the net and a rope tied around you. What are you trying to do with your action?
Can I attempt to? I'm actually. Well, it doesn't help, I guess, but I'm gonna attempt to. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Mage Hand. I won't be able to use it once I'm gagged, but I can't. Never mind. Are my hands at this point tied? I can't cast spells.
Your hands are tied. Is maze? It's a somatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say with a net and a rope on top of you. Yeah.
All I can do then is attempt to escape the grapple.
Okay, go ahead and make you can try and escape. Go ahead and make another, I'll say at this point, because you're tied up now, it's not about getting away from being tied up. It's going to be a athletics check to see how well you can kind of get your strength enough to wiggle some room. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Very nice. Okay, so the next component of this, you get enough strength to loosen the ropes, and so your hands are free right now, but that takes your action. And so Rieta has gone and searched for a very clean sock of yours. And Rieta, you said you were going to gag her?
Yeah, I'm going to gag Rolen.
Can I attempt to hide the fact that I'm free?
Yeah, make a.
Can I attempt to hide the fact that I'm free?
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check. Yeah. As of this point, Kassandra and Rieta know that you are tied. That's all they know. They don't know that you got loose a little bit.
I'm letting Rieta gag me.
Okay.
I'll let her put it in.
Rieta gags you. Kassandra, what are you doing?
Trust her.
I guess, so I have him, I think he's tied up, right?
You do.
Okay. And then I see that he's gagged now. Then I will just use my turn to say, Rolen, we're gonna apologize to you tomorrow. You're gonna be a clear head, and you're gonna appreciate what we're doing tonight. I'm so sorry.
He's gonna close his eyes and just I don't know, try to start meditating in this tied up position.
Alright, so you see Rolen close his eyes and start to start to breathe deeply. Kassandra, Rieta, what are you doing?
I'm gonna parrot a little bit of what Kassandra was doing. I'm gonna say, Rolen, I feel so bad about all of this, but you have to understand that you are not normal. This is an intervention. I want to better understand what it is that you're going through. And I'm going to go ahead and cast with my last remaining second level spell slot, Detect Thoughts.
Ooh.
As she's saying this, Rolen would have opened his eyes and winked at her
I get you.
I love it.
That's great. All right, so Rolen, you can go ahead and read that, and then respond back to Rieta yourself.
At this point, yeah, I know your surface level thoughts.
Okay. Well, my surface level thoughts are: Rolen trusts Rieta, and he does idolize her, and right now, and it's she's so cool, but complete trust. He is convinced right now that this is a show for Kassandra. That Rita's gonna come back and untie him later, and they're gonna go through with their plan, and that the fact that he is tied up right now is for the sake of easing Cassandra's fears.
This is so great.
Yeah, that's what Roland is thinking right now. he is like thinking, all I gotta do is just meditate. So close before getting my spells. I'm gonna get my spells. Got my primary plan. Totally gonna knock them out. This is fine. Backup plan, if they lock me in here, I can totally levitate down the window. They won't hear a thing. Be totally fine, even if they bar the door. I can definitely get out. All's gonna be fine. This is a good plan. Got this.
I love that you're just going through this because you don't have
Going through my plan. Going through my plan.
Roland's got a lot on his mind right now.
Just an internal monologue of just what he's doing next. Kind of thing.
Fantastic. I don't think you explicitly stated that you escaped from the ties. But I'm not sure if I would able to, based on like sort of your confidence about, if things are going badly, I can just levitate out of here. That and you're not going through like I have to deal with all of this rope and such. I think I might intuit that you don't consider it to be a problem.
That's a fair assumption that there's no specifics that his hands are free, but you get the feeling that Rolen feels calm. He feels okay. He feels like the plan, whether it be A, B, C, or D, will happen.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I'd be okay with like you rolling to see whether you could like intuit that, but Roland is 100% convinced that you're going to come back and untie
I think I would need to probe deeper if I wanted to find that out for sure.
And that would be a wisdom.
It would actually be intelligence. I have no chance at getting through Roland's mental fortress.
Good try.
Well, no, it's a wisdom saving throw actually.
So it's actually if you okay, so no, yeah, so I can probe deeper, but once I do, he can make an action on his turn to make an intelligence check contested by my intelligence check, and if he succeeds, the spell ends. And he will know that I'm
further down, yeah.
You're right, yeah. So it would be a saving throw to just just do it.
That's what I was thinking. Right. Yeah. Do you intend to probe further?
No, not at this time.
All right.
It's too risky. So I'm gonna say, okay, Roland, you sleep tight, or I guess, trance tight. We'll let you sort of relax.
That needs to be on a shirt.
And see you
trance
in the
morning.
Tight.
Okay, good night, Roland. I'm just gonna close the door. And I'll grab my bedroll and bring it down to the cellar.
Yeah, I'm gonna head down as well with her, and I'm going to I kind of want to let her and Tarvik know that Roland thinks that like Roland doesn't see a problem with this. He still thinks he's gonna get the trident tonight, and he's plotting how to do it even now.
Okay. All right. So how do we want to do shifts then? Because he's going to be up in what, 4 hours?
I mean, there is a way that we could delay that for a couple of hours.
Oh.
It's not the most pleasant.
Oh, we're not going to beat him up.
It's just a couple bonks on the head. He'd get an unrestful sleep for a few hours, which would buy us enough time to get a restful sleep for us. At which point I can cure him. At which point he no longer needs to plot. At this point, it seems that you have already charmed him and tied him up. I don't see how a few swings of the back of my axe is much different than that.
At the end of the day, Rolen is he wants to get the trident, and he doesn't have any like game plan for after that. what if we just let him have the what if we actually just let him have the trident, and then you can cure him when you can, and it's all over.
Okay. Let me pitch you the alternative.
Okay.
What you're saying is that we allow him to enter a place that has a room that has a door that's capable of locking in the house that you all own, yes, and you are trusting that the man who is currently charmed is going to have the intelligence not to cast a fire spell at us to stop us from getting the trident and burning down the house.
Yep. I've spent a lot of time with Rolen today, and I'm very sure that he's not going to fireball the house. I'm confident of that, anyway.
Oh, Kassandra is not.
Okay. Second point. I do have a plan if he would like to siege this room and take the trident. The only question I have is how attached are you to this door? I pat the door that's currently locked.
Is this also magical? Because this is the larder, right? So the door would probably be part of the magical effect of it. If we did that, it might break the magic of the larder.
Well, unfortunately, that leaves very few options for trying to get him.
How about
Correct.
this? You guys go to sleep. I'm just gonna stay up. And if Roland comes down here and it gets to smacking, I'll wake you guys up.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
You've been on guard for quite a while.
I got a book now.
If we do this, he is going to try to put you to sleep, and he's gonna. I think he's probably gonna succeed.
Even if you all are sleeping down here with me.
I didn't consider that we would be down here. I don't know how that interacts.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, let's do a vote. There's 3 of us, right? So we can vote. Let Groknar knock him out, and we all get a couple hours of sleep. If you agree, raise your hand.
Wait, hold on.
Tarvik
Groknar
raises his
knocking
hand.
him out is different than Tarvik knocking him out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tarvik.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm very confused, but I got the point.
You have to convince Groknar to do that.
Yeah, Tarvik knocking him out.
I
Tarvik
know what
raises
you
his
meant.
hand for that.
Yeah.
Kassandra will raise her hand.
Rieta will not
Rieta?
raise her hand.
I think it's our only option. If Roland's gonna come cast spells at us, I don't know.
I'm not doing this to harm him, and he will be angry with me anyway. So, please allow me to go and do this, and I will make it seem that I am independent of whatever plan you had cooked up. I will look at Rieta for that.
Rieta just frowns. It's not the same. A charm is not an injury. A charm is a wonderful thing that you can do to someone.
It is in fact,
and bring them to another mental space for a time. It's a wonderful thing.
you're
Bludgeoning
right.
them with your axe is a terrible thing to do to a friend.
You are in fact correct that a charm is different. It is in fact far worse. You affect the emotional capabilities of a human being, something that should be a human right, and you manipulate that for
It
your
must
own
be late
gain.
because we're getting into philosophy
Yeah, I
here.
was about to say for real. Yes, you manipulate the mind of another. Something you manipulate free will. I do not manipulate free will in that way. I can heal the wounds of the physical, the mental wounds I cannot heal. That takes time.
That is a old way of thinking. No, you're wrong.
Okay. This is obviously causing an issue. We can't seem to agree on any one tactic here.
I will say.
What if I just
put a
bug
pin in
Rolen
this?
so he doesn't get 4 hours of sleep?
We'll put a pin on this conversation in this moment in time and say we can pick this up next week at next week's session.
Okay.
Since it's, I feel like if I let this continue, we'll be beyond 11. So at this point in time.
Gotcha.
Roland definitely has things he wants to be doing while this conversation's going on, though.
Okay, for sure. We'll pick that up at next session where you can let us know what's happening during their conversation that's still happening. But yeah, this will be the